Hello everyone, welcome to DiDiFables. This is Aret Essien. I know that last week I promised you that I will bring you the Italian version of Sleeping Beauty. Today, here we are. The title of our story is Sun, Moon, and Tahila. It's the Italian version. So it goes that once there was a noble lord with a daughter named Tahila. Wise men foretold that she would face great danger from a piece of flax. And so, to protect her, her father forbade spinning in the palace. But one day, Tahila saw an old woman spinning outside her window. Curious, she invited her and tried the spindle, only to prick her finger on the flax stalk. Instantly, she fell lifeless. Heartbroken, the father placed her in a remote palace, seated on a velvet throne beneath a golden canopy, and left her there forever. Many years later, a king hunting nearby found a deserted palace. Inside, he discovered Tahila, still and beautiful as if asleep. Struck by her beauty, he kissed her and left, unable to forget her. In time, two babies, a boy and a girl, appeared mysteriously beside Tahila. And when one of them sucked her finger, the flax splinter came out. Tahila awoke and cared for her children, naming them Sun and Moon. The king returned, overjoyed to find her alive, and visited her often. But his jealous stepmother learned of Tahila and, burning with envy, plotted to destroy her. She tricked Tahila into sending the children to court, and then ordered the cook to kill them and serve them to the king. The merciful cook hid the children and served goat meat instead. When the king discovered what had happened, the wicked queen was thrown into the fire that she had prepared for Tahila. The faithful cook was richly rewarded, and the king married Tahila. Together with Sun and Moon, they lived in peace and joy. A happy ending also, like Sleeping Beauty. So, the story of Tahila reminds us that life is often shaped by the choices we make and the character we develop. It teaches that curiosity should be guided by wisdom, for even seemingly harmless decisions can have lasting consequences. It also reminds us that while loved ones can protect and advise us, each person must ultimately take responsibility for their actions. Perhaps the greatest lesson is that difficult seasons are not permanent. Note that they're not. Moments of disappointment, waiting, or hardship do not define the rest of our lives. At the same time, this story shows that jealousy and selfishness lead to destruction, while kindness, courage, and integrity have the power to protect others and change lives. At the end, we see that truth prevails, right? Justice is served, and goodness triumphs over evil, reminding us that a life marked by wisdom, compassion, and perseverance is ultimately rewarded. This tale of Tahila is one of the earliest versions of what later became Sleeping Beauty. Both stories feature a young woman who is warned of danger from the spindle or flax, pricks her finger, falls into a deep or death-like sleep, and is eventually awakened after many years. While later retellings transformed the story into a gentler fairy tale with a princess kiss and happily after, the original Italian folktale is darker and more complex. Nevertheless, both stories share the central theme that hope can emerge even after what seems like an irreversible tragedy. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate. I look forward to seeing you again next week with a different story from a different culture. Goodbye.